absolutely. So many people are waiting for them. And like we were talking earlier about how like a lot of people are making what seem to be mistakes on certain purchases on OpenSea, and those are probably not the Hex people, right? Just making the same mistake you were viewing in the OpenSea, uh, like UI. They're probably the ones making the mistake of buying these 100 points for however much, and once there's individual pictures on them, those same buyers are gonna, I think, be a lot more interested. I think everyone thinks that. If you're thinking about selling it, I would definitely consider waiting because they're supposed to be like on the verge of done, from what I understand. But who knows?
Well, that being said, how would I, like, is there I guess that's the thing. There's no way to actually evaluate. Okay, you said about 3 points or $3 per point is about the average. Okay, so that's where you
Per
can
million.
basically ballpark it out. Okay. Huh. So I wonder how so on this aggregator I'm looking at, it has a little tab here. It recognizes the WATSA, it recognizes the number of M points, and then it has a little box that says stake points. And then it lists how many M points I have, tells me the percentage of how many points total that equals to, like, my ratio, and then it has a Ethereum estimated value, which, as I said, is considerably. Maybe there's something. Who knows? Maybe sometimes wonky things happen. That's the kind of thing. Like if you, I feel like you can kind of like screw yourself in some ways if you only, if or I'll speak for myself, only tend to uh, uh, equate Ethereum to a USD value, right? Because if sometimes you might, maybe, like, how can I say this? For example, within the ecosystem of Ethereum, perhaps there is some weird arbitrage, for lack of a better word, opportunity or some hole there, right? Like you're saying, you're sort of intuiting like people making quote unquote mistakes, right? Perhaps there's some weird thing, like people in some area can't get Ethereum. So for this particular item, it's the price in Ethereum is jacked up in comparison to if you were to equate that Ethereum to USD. Does that make sense? Like in Ethereum, it actually
I
is one Ethereum. But if you were to equate it to the USD value, it wouldn't be as much.
hmm. Uh, I don't know if I'd be sold on that. It sounds like
Yeah, that doesn't make
that's like
sense.
an inefficient market, and
Right.
someone would step in and make that money. So I think it's just a quirk of the OpenSea UI, man. It's really not built for this kind of stuff.
Gotcha. I guess I could go on and look and see what similarly priced NFTs are selling for, right? Like,
Yeah, that's generally what you should do. Look at the recent sales. Um,
mhm.
and some of them are the ones I've been mentioning. They're going to look really weird, and I think there are people making mistakes. But then you can find the ones that are reasonable, and you'll find a pattern. And it's generally 2 to 3.
I think it's running lower. The guy who sold all the big sales today was all under one wallet, and the guy is empty.
Oh yeah.
Like people, yeah, like oh well, like he listed three today. It was like I don't know, like 3 or 4 billion of points, and he sold them for an average of like 210 or 220 per million, and he's out. There's less and less of them. Still look right, but like I I'm still refreshing the page 60 times a day trying to find those deals. But you got to really find a really big sucker. I feel, you know, is that mean?
No, no, we get what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Or
sorry,
someone
yeah.
just looking to extract the value now.
Yeah, I only bought one fucking Wata, man. It's like, that's almost worse because it's just like, you're kind of stuck. You're like, you don't want to get rid of it, but
I think Watsas are a good play. I don't know how it's all going to turn out, but I think that they're going to perform in the top of the ecosystem. I think. Yeah, most of them. I just sold another one sold for like $3 per million. $3 per million points ones. If it was like under like 500 million, like you could sell it really fast.
trying to see where there's got to be a way to view already, okay, activity, maybe that's it. Where you can view ones that are already sold. Okay, here we go. Sorry, kind of speaking out loud. $95 for about four M points. Is that right?
0.08 for 4.67 million points. That one.
Okay, I'm looking at one that says 3.99 M points sold, or I'm only seeing offers. I'm trying to find ones that actually sold.
Well, there's a tab you can click recently sold.
Sales. Okay. So price 37.94 for 14,880. No, I can't read. So about $100 for 3.99 M points. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think at that point I would start putting your money into bigger Watsas, like based on points, like because you should be able to, like if you buy bulk points, you should be able to spend $2.50 to $3 per million points on a Watsa. So like a billion points. If you get it for 2,500, you're getting a pretty good deal. Anything less is phenomenal. And but like smaller Watsas that are like 4 million, like those have a super high premium. And I don't really recommend. Like you could do that and get a good NFT, right? Like I don't know, but like I think playing the points game is going to be better.
Oh, I'm trying to sell one, right? Not
Oh, you're
buy
trying to
one.
sell one?
Mm-hmm.
What are you selling? How much you want for it?
What you got, man?
How many points is it?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say on here. Not many at all, but
Dude, like I have a billion point Watsa. There you go. I just said I have a billion points. There you go.
yeah. But I already said it's my only one, so it's like a little too specific. It doesn't matter. It's not many.
Oh, you don't want to dox yourself. Fair enough. Give me an estimate. Give me an
I
estimate.
mean, no.
True. I'll buy your Watsa off you.
I actually already told you how much I paid, so you probably figure it out. Or not how much I paid, but how many points is it? No, I did tell how much I paid. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't here for that. Oh, so 200. So it's 200 million. I'll buy it for you for $100. 50% below
Wow,
mint.
that's
What do you
just
think?
rude, bro. That is
What do you
straight
think?
rude. Sure, what public address?
I mean, you could just burn it.
It's just so like not even worth anything. Just throw it on the ground and step on it.
If you listed it right now, you could list it for $500 or $600, and I would imagine that you would have a bid or an offer or just a purchase within like a few days. It seems like there's good amount of people with money. I was investigating wallets and seeing who's buying. From what I see millionaires. I see a couple millionaires buying Watsas right now. So, like, yeah, I think that, if you want to try to extract the most value, sell it for list it for like 600-700. You probably won't get a buy, but you might get an offer. If you list it for $3 per million, it'll probably sell. I won't buy it for 3. I buy deals, but
Well, now y'all got me thinking that it's probably, I have a feeling a month from now I might be kicking myself.
dude, you're gonna sell
Well, wait, a
pre-burn
month?
and
Yeah,
pre
less than a month.
NFTs
Right.
being uploaded. That's a terrible decision.
Exactly. It'd be perfect for me. It's about par for the course. Oh, it's going to go up in price soon. Might better sell it.
I'm telling you, the yield on those is going to be fucking gnarly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I might wait.
Or we could have a nasty economic downturn. Everything does a 50% down, and then everybody panic sells their NFTs. That's possible too, but I think that's less likely.
Well, now we can so this is because it's an NFT, that's kind of cool. We can send these to different addresses, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we'll just do like a little test transaction. Couple You'll even pay for the fee, right? You'll even cover the cool. Oh,
Yeah, send me the Watsa first, then I'll send you the gas. I promise. Wink.
oh my God. This is crypto. I've almost resigned myself to the fact that I could pretty much log in any day and the shit's all gone or gone to zero or anything. I would be, that would suck, but could be.
And Watsas also don't pop up on like anything. Like right now, if you go to OpenSea, oh, here's another bullish fact for you boys. Don't undersell your Watsas. If you do, I'll probably buy it or I'll attempt to buy it. Motherfuckers were up at like 3-4 in the morning this morning and beat me to the ones that were selling for $2 per million. But if you go to OpenSea and you look at the trending page, all right, you see this STM locked volume 230 Ethereum. That's high. That's good. Number 2 is Angry Cats with 80 volume, and it's just like, where the fuck's Watsa? Isn't it weird that Watsa has what is it? Click the page. 105 ETH of total volume after 2 months, and it's still not listed on the top of OpenSea. Does that mean that Watsa is being blacklisted like Hex? What if that ever changes? You know, like no one in mainstream can even see this shit unless you get the Watsa link. Pretty much, like you're not going to find this shit.
You guys got any suggestions for I have one for Bitcoin, but I actually want to make a good Dapper app to make a ETH paper wallet or some sort of wallet generator, like an offline wallet generator. You guys ever do that?
No, dude, I just make a MetaMask and then delete the wallet, or I'll just put it on a hardware wallet. I like hardware wallets. They're nice.
Yeah, I need to get another one.
Dude, I was looking at my one Watsa, and it's like keeping up with like my big Icosa stake in terms of yield, and like it's not earning hedron or anything, but like that Watsa was like about the same as the Icosa stake that I put in. Man, the yield is fucking just insane. It's those big ones really are going to pay out insane amounts of money in the future, I think. When people end stake, you get paid. When people emergency end stake and take penalties, you get paid. When burns happen, you get paid. Oh. And another 2 watts is burnt today. 800 million points gone away or something like that.
Is that your dog, Mike? The Kelpie?
Yeah, the cattle dog. Yep, that's mine.
That's my favorite dog.
I
was to buy one, I'd buy one like that too.
Yeah, the herding dogs are really, dude. Man, I've just they're the best dogs. I'm sorry, like hands down, they are the hex of like all dogs.
You got to take that dog for walks, though.
Well, he's over at Grandma and Grandpa's right now. I was Grandma and Grandpa really love that dog, so we have like part ownership sometimes. I gotta stay in the will somehow, man. All right. I'm not the favorite child. All right. I dropped out of college and put my money into cryptocurrency. They were convinced for the last like 5 years that I was going to be on the street doing crack or something.
Well, it's better putting it into crypto than crack.
True. I don't know, man. I think that it's going to be, I think it would be easier to kick crack than this Watsa addiction, man.
So, Mike, when I sell a HSI to the contract, how much of the value do I actually keep of that HSI? Like, what do I get for it?
Get Icosa.
No, I'm talking about like a hex stake, HSI stake. So let's say it was $1,000, all right? How much do I actually get that in Icosa? Do I get the full $1,000 worth?
If we're at ceiling, yes. Minus gas fees, I believe. And then I think the bonus comes into play somewhere. But like I think it's like right at like $1,000 after 15 years gets you about $1,000 of Icosa.
So if I've got a HSI worth $1,000 and I turn it into the contract, you get $1,000 worth of Icosa for it.
You have to do the math on it, like when you do it,
Roughly?
because prices change and stuff.
Because then it comes out in auction like what's 1/10 of it that it's worth.
What?
So does that mean it comes out like for the auction at 1/10 of the price? So $100 will be the first bid.
That's the minimum hedron, or the borrowable hedron's the minimum bid.
So wait, earlier I had said, hey, I see this Watson on OpenSea for sale. It sold for, or I'm sorry, it sold for 95 USDC, 3.99 M points. That's a lot higher than $3 per M point, right? That's that's $100. That's like $75 per M point.
Well, well, no. In that kind of case, like,
But
so
many of these are. Mhm.
4 million points is like, I guess, still a good more points than paying $50 for some of these $40 ones. So you can play two different fields, I think, with Watsas. You have your little mini ones, and like those will probably have like right now the floor is like $50 or something, like it's like 50-60 bucks or something. And then you could also play the field of points. Now if you play the field of smaller Watsas, you are going to pay a premium, but then you have more NFTs to sell. Now, if you go to the path of like, yo, like I want to play the points game, you're buying in bulk, so you should get a better price the larger you go. But one other problem is that some of these big Watsas, like think of a billion point Watsa right now, okay? Like the going rate is about 2,500 to up to $3,000. As this moves up, it's going to be harder, I think, to sell some of those big ones. Because then if there's going to be a point where the Icosa value, I think, is really taking off, and then you sell it at a higher premium. I think it's easier to sell one NFT for $500 or $1,000 down the road rather than selling a billion point Watsa for $50,000.
Certainly. Yep. That's very good. That's a great point. Yeah. Just like, less Ferraris are sold every year than Ford Focuses or whatever. Oh shit, I forgot all about that. You got yield in there too. I think it's what, like 50 something? Between 50 and 60. Yeah, right? Yes, sir. I don't think it was day one. It was like one of the early days. But yeah, some pretty good yield, right? It's like, I don't even know. Right. Well, I appreciate that. Hit me up. No. So wait. Sure, I will for sure. But so you can't uh, skim the yield out, right? It's like a one-time shot.
It's the better play
What
is to
an
burn your Watsa. Just to let you know, it is the better play.
Dude.
I heard a rumor. All right, now it's just a rumor, so don't like pin
Sounds
this to
like
me. All right,
news to me.
I heard from a little bird somewhere, if you burn, and it's weird that you mentioned that your thing was about 200 million points because this involves 200 million point Watsas. If you burn a 200 million point Watsa or more, there is a possible airdrop for you down the road. I heard. Don't pin it to me if it never happens, but
Will it be for
they,
twice whatever you send?
I was joking. I'm completely trolling you. I'm completely trolling you.
As I am you.
Okay, I just want to make sure because you
know,
never
like
know. Like, it'd be like all of a sudden, if
if
you
you
press
send
burn,
1
you'd be like,
Ethereum,
"Dude, you
get
just made me
2.
burn my Watson. What the hell?" I'd feel bad. I would still laugh at you, but like, I would feel bad.
Right, like, I mean, yeah, but maybe we should be. I mean, you say whatever you want, of course, but I think you've probably been around this room. I mean, I've been around for a while, but just not in Icosa room. Anyway, yeah, other people who don't know better may take that seriously, and I don't think that would be good for the community as a whole, right?
And it's just like FUD, like and people would like FUD hacks and people would emergency end stake.
Yep.
And if you're willing to hear me say that and be like, yeah, dude, I'll burn a fucking $600 Watsa for the maybe of the hopes of possibly maybe getting a airdrop, like you're kind of silly. A contract
Yeah,
interaction,
maybe.
like I'll go do it and see if there's an airdrop down the road. But like $600, hell no.
I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe the better way is to kind of, toughen people up a little bit, right? Like, I mean, I've definitely learned multiple lessons, like making a lot of mistakes, right? But like, maybe there's something to that, you know? Don't coddle people, right? Like, fuck with them and tell them, hell, lie to them. Fuck it. If they'll figure out. That
I'd
seems to
rather
be
the
like the
chat be
philosophy there.
a source of truth and knowledge rather than everyone trying to troll each other and be like, burn your Watsa or break your stakes.
Everyone just troll each other so hard and see, only the strong will survive. Fuck it. Only that's a way to distill the truth. Everyone just lie to each other, and somewhere the truth will fall through the cracks, rise to the top. No?
Not a bad concept.
There
I
certainly
think we
seems
could
to
all
be
win together, though.
humans that live that way, in my experience. I've tried to live the other way, and I'm starting to kind of learn that maybe that's not the best thing in this world. Maybe because it's dishonest in and of itself to try to even presume that you can have some sort of, truth, or one person can hold some sort of truth, right? Like, other people look at that and they're just like, that's bullshit. Let's just lie. That's the only honest way, really.
I think that you should list that Watsa for like $400 or less. I'll buy it from you because I feel bad for you, and you know, um, I just don't want you to like list it and not get bids and stuff. Why don't you just like send me your address and then I'll send a request from you, and I'll buy that Watsa for $400 or ETH. I'll give you whatever you want.
The future. It's freed our hard-earned
I'll
capital
take a
from the
Ferrari.
Welcome back to the channel. I want to
talk
Dude,
through.
that's what I do. I think some of these Wattses will be worth a Ferrari at some point. More the bigger multi-billion point ones, but I don't think like the $50 ones are going to be worth that much. But I think they could sell. I think you could buy a $50 Watsa today and make like a 20x on it. Easy. Actually, guys, I gotta run. Something came up. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Watch it to the moon.